Hello, everyone, or should I say howdy? Because Jordan is coming to you live from Austin. I am Rachel Hill here with Foresight, and of course, we've got Jordan with Care, and we are back for another episode of Caring Conversations, and we've got two very special guests. So let's do it. Let's roll that intro.
I love that I get to have someone else see this. So yes, today we are joined by two wonderful heroes of ours in Austin. This is Donna, who is a CNA here in Austin, and Shelby, who is a CNA here from Austin. She's a transplant though. So actually, let's talk about that. So Shelby, since you're to my left, where are you from? How long have you been a CNA?
From Vermont, and I've been on for about 9 years.
9 years. How long have you been with Care?
Almost a year, I think.
Okay.
Almost a year.
And Donna, you're born and raised Texan?
Born and raised Texan. I've been with Care, I think almost 2 years, and I've been a CNA for 25 years.
CNA for 25 years. Wow. Donna's got some stories.
That's just
tell.
something under my
I
belt.
know. I'm like, let's go. Hook up. Let's start hearing some of these stories.
Wow. 25 years. I haven't done anything for 25 years.
Yes, you hadn't even lived.
For almost exactly that. So tell me, going back to you, Shelby, what is, because we're just going to jump right into it, what is your favorite app to work on?
Well, the only one I have is Care. So I'm going to say Care.
Jordan, you plan that. Come on.
And Donna, how about you?
Well, I work for several. I have several. I think about 7 to 8, but I can't truly honestly say that Care is my favorite. A little bit of tweaking, but I love it.
Well, we're always grown. So,
Wait, real quick, Jordan. Sorry, so, Donna. I want to hear. Did I hear you say you're on like 7 or 8? You use 7 or 8. Okay, let's talk about this for a quick. I'm sorry. I got to hear more on why is that impactful to your career, getting shifts. Like, I mean, this is like dating here. You're using all the apps. So tell me a little bit about like. You don't have to name specific apps, but what's working, what's not working, and why are you using all these apps?
Well, initially, so I've been with Care almost 2 years. I was introduced to HC, and I was like, I don't want to do that. But I finally gave it a chance, and Care was one of the first ones I signed up for. And me personally, it was all about being a mother. So if I had a full-time job that, you can't take off, you can't do this, and I got all this time on books, I can't use it because we're short staffed. Hey, let me try HCI. I make my own schedule. I get to make football games. I get to spend time with my kids. I get to say when I'm not, I'm going, do I want to go to work today? No, I don't. There's plenty of shifts out there that I can pick up some doubles tomorrow and I'll be good and I'll make it through the week. So it was all about my lifestyle personally because I'm a mother of 5 boys. So.
Oh, God bless you.
Became something that was really helpful to my life for it is being a mother. And that's how I made the choice. And like I said, Care was one of the first apps I signed up for. And I told him earlier that Care, at 39 years old, took me out of state for the first time. And it was an awesome experience. So,
tell us more. Come on.
So when I first signed up for Care, and this girl was like, you can travel with Care. And I'm like, are you serious? She's like, I'm going to tell you what to do. She gave me information so I could travel with her. Well, I wasn't waiting on her. I need to see what this life is about. So first time getting on a plane, my husband's like, you gonna be okay? I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I can't get on a plane. So he drops me off at the airport and he zooms out of the airport. It's like, it's a done deal. I said, okay, turn your phone off so I can't call you or contact you. So my first trip away from Texas was to Colorado Springs. I worked 1912s. Straight through. And babe, when I tell you the money I made, I made a plenty of money, but I worked 1912 straight through. I came back home for 2 weeks, and I was gone again. I worked another 18, 19, I think it may have been 20. And I worked them straight through, came back home, and I just kept every month. It was at least 18 to 19, 20 days straight through. So I was in the Springs for 6 months, and then I said, I'm getting tired of the Springs. Let's try Denver, because they told me it was 1,000 facilities on care. So I pop up Denver, and I'm like, 8 hours, and I can make $300? Oh yeah, it's a done deal. So I drove my first road trip by myself, because it is a 16-hour drive from Texas.
Right.
I drove to Denver by myself, and I was like, what in the heck have I got myself into? Oh well, I got there and I worked 9 16s. And I over, or maybe close to $6,000-7,000. And I did what I had to do, and I came on back. Again, the last trip to Denver, I stayed a month. It was me and 3 other care heroes. I also got the opportunity to take my 2 kids. We rented a room together. We shared. We did what we had to do. We stayed there a month working under care.
Oh, what a cool way to like build community. I bet that created such a bond with the other heroes you were there with too.
Oh yeah, and when we got there, I can't tell you how many people I ran into that I personally knew that were from Austin there. Oh, you work for Kare? Yeah, I work for Kare. Oh, girl, you work for Kare? Oh, yeah. Then here I'm coming, girl, what are you doing here? So it was a big opportunity to the point where when we come back to Texas, they're calling us like, when are y'all coming back? Oh, I'll be back next month. Yeah, they were begging for us to come back. So it's a good opportunity.
Oh my gosh. Well, talk about real quick. I had no idea that you could travel with Kare. Jordan, as long as we've been working on the show together, mind blown. And
I had no idea you could travel with Kare.
Okay, so
what do you mean?
Here's a breakdown of how it goes. So when
Katie Rowe, Charles Turner, if you're watching, Jordan's kidding. He knew that.
And of course you can travel with Kare. Like we're in all these states. Of course you can go. But like, I don't know how that works.
Here's how it works. So I guess when the pandemic hit, all type of doors opened. So I guess they allow for CNAs, caregivers, to be able to travel. So all you have to do is you go on that state board regulation in that state and you apply for the license. So Colorado specifically, I had to pay $50. My license is good for 2 years. And once I'm approved, Kare does their part. So usually what I did, I signed up on Colorado State for my license. I paid the $50. Within 24 hours, the license was approved. I was in there. So then I had to call you guys. You guys let Colorado know, because Colorado wants their own background ran, not the background you guys have for us. So they run the background. Once they approve the background, Kare sends you an inbox and they say, you are live in Colorado, and honey, you catch the first thing smoking and go make you some money.
That's incredible. I love that breakdown.
And you can do it in any state. I just talked to a girl the other day that went to Alaska.
Alaska?
Yeah.
Quick shout out to Alaska. My coworker Leanne is on her way back from there currently, so that's awesome. And real quick, Donna, because you'll steal the show here, and I love you. But we talked.
Kare isn't in Alaska yet, but as soon as we are, we're calling Donna, and Donna's going to be on a flight to Alaska to open up the state.
So
yeah,
Shelby, I want to hear from you a little bit, right? Because here my eyes are being opened to this traveling with Kare. I think that's amazing. But I also think, there's not a lot of understanding about, the culture of coming in when you're working, from an app or going in the sort of a established setting in a community. So Shelby, I'd love to kind of hear your experience about that. Like what's going well, what could be, what's not going well, what could be better?
Well, because I work with Donna, like that's how I got onto the Kare app, is because she told me about it. And so she kind of showed me like how to go into the building and just like be confident and be like, okay, I'm here from Kare. Where am I supposed to be? Can you break down the residents and how they're supposed to be? So anytime I go into a new building, that's what I do. I go in, I just like, okay, where am I going to be? What do these residents need from me? Are they Hoyers? Are they sit-to-stand? What are they? How do I take care of these people? And so I've only worked at one facility for a while. And then once we started getting all the ice around here, I went to 2 other facilities. And I just went in there and I thought they were so welcoming. Surprisingly, from a lot of the things I've heard from people, they were very welcoming, and you just got to be like confident in how you go into the building. And just, I keep asking, like, do I need to do anything? I went to assisted living facilities and I'm like, do I need to do anything? Do you need me to do more? Because they just had me sitting and watching TV with the residents for like 2 hours. And I was like, what else can I do? And because I didn't want to be seen as that like lazy person that people always talk about that we are. And I was always trying to find something to do. And I think them just having an understanding that we're there to help them and not take over is something that I feel like their management needs to be more considerate and to talk about with them, like in a group meeting, a staff meeting, whatever, because I'm not there to take your job. Like, they've offered me jobs, but I'm on care for a reason, because I want to go everywhere. I want to see other places. I want variety in the care that I'm doing. And I feel like that's one of the things that staff really needs to understand is we're not there to take your job. I'm here to help you, so you're not here alone. And I think people just need to be like more considerate of that we're coming to help, and just actually telling us when we go in, like, about the patients, because I've had staff look at me like I'm crazy, that like, oh, why is she asking me this, or I'm about to leave, so you're gonna have to figure it out. And I'm like, okay, well, I can call Kare and I can go home too if you don't want to tell me how to take care of these people properly. And like, yeah.
I mean, you can't have a communication breakdown like that. I mean, when this is a person-centered industry and job, you have to communicate. That's wow.
It can be very frustrating.
Yeah, but it's like I said, I've had like Donna like tell me how to go in and talk to people, and my facility that worked at full time has like all care people pretty much coming in, and they all tell me their stories and their interactions and how they deal with going into a new facility. So it's actually been very helpful, because I'm very shy and I'll just stand there and like, you could talk me into anything. And so it's like nice to have those people like actually tell me how to do this. It's pretty nice.
That's awesome.
Help each other. I mean,
and a lot of the times if we end up in buildings together, you know, we communicate, hey, have you been to this building? Oh, girl, please don't go to that building. So it helps, you know. Well, have you been to this? Yeah, girl, it's awesome. Now, one thing I say, the difference between Texas and Colorado feed their staff. Like, honey, we ain't never going to the store to get nothing, because they like, well, y'all can go in there and get y'all something to eat, everything. It doesn't matter what. Texas, they're a little stingy. They don't like to feed us, but it's a good experience to be around other care staff, and we communicate about buildings, and they kind of tell us what buildings not to go to. We tell them, or this is a good building, or how is the administration? Are they good? Or you best pick the night shift there. Don't go in the daytime.
Yeah,
it's
I get a lot of
don't go in the daytime like that as care.
Oh my gosh! So wait,
I get a
Jordan,
lot of people tell me not to go in the daytime to certain places and only go like 2 to 10 or do the night shift. And there's only been one place that I went to where like they actually fed you for like the day and the evening. So I thought that was pretty cool, but that was it. That was the only place. And I'm very shy, so I've only been to 3 places, but
that's so fascinating. So Jordan, dare I say, is Kare a little bit kind of like the Yelp of community reviews?
Oh, absolutely, the Yelp is good. And I mean, we have the ability to our heroes have the ability to rate the building that they're in, and coming soon we'll be doing things with those ratings and having that be seen. And so, you know, with all of these things that are coming, we have great heroes that help each other. And so with them helping each other, we are creating this awesome community of caregivers. And we have communities that take advantage of that.
Yeah.
We have communities that hire our heroes because they realize that we have great people. And like, we have great heroes, and just, I don't know if it's our reliability score or if it's the rating, but we like, the ones that don't stick around are the ones that don't stick around. But the ones that do, our heroes that work, are amazing people.
yeah, I've been offered a job from all three of the places that I've worked at.
Been off the job.
But I'm like, I already have a full-time job and I do care. I'm not, no. No.
And you both have full-time jobs.
Yeah.
So where do you work, Shelby?
We work in the same building.
You work in the same building?
Yeah.
I'm actually not a CNA in my building anymore. I've been promoted to transportation driver. So I'm responsible for taking the patients to their doctor's appointments.
So you both work full-time and work home care, and you're not interested in leaving your full-time employer right now.
No.
Like I said, me personally, I was full-time care, but my main reason for getting a job is because I have health issues. So I needed insurance. This was before y'all started offering insurance, which I haven't looked into yet. But if I look into y'all's insurance and it is what I need it to be, then I can go back full-time care. But right now, I have to have a full-time job for my health issues to make sure I have insurance to take care of myself so I can keep being a care hero.
And so what Donna's talking about is like what we've talked about, Rachel, is our Stride partnership, where Stride has this amazing portal to all of these different insurance plans and helps people find the insurance that is right for them. And Stride also helps, our partnership helps us with taxes and all these other things to help our heroes.
Can I get help with my taxes? Can you help me? Can help?
The one thing that would make me go to care full-time, well, two things, is a really great dental plan that will actually cover something. And like them posting just like the tiniest bit more money. Because it's like if I'm going to leave my full-time stable position, I at least want to know that I'm stable in this other app where I'm sort of in a position to make that consistent money that I've been making. And
It's
that,
there.
yeah.
You just don't want to work.
And you know, like that's
Well, that $14 isn't getting me off the couch.
one of the best things we love about care that is a struggle, and that's what Shelby's talking about, is our communities pick their own rates.
Right.
So we don't inflict these standard rates with all of our communities so that you can work full-time and have the benefits that you want, and then also make extra money, because you want to have the best of both worlds. You want to have a stable job that you can always go to, and then work home care and take some time off in between jobs to go to Colorado if you decide to do so.
And if you have a remote one, then I can go there.
Absolutely. I mean, well, I think what's hitting home right now for me, Jordan, is obviously one of the hottest topics, not just in senior living, but of course in senior living, but all around, is this concept of the gig economy, right? And how if you cannot adapt to that, like that's a wrap. Like you cannot continue to operate in a way where you're not understanding, particularly after the pandemic, that people need more flexibility. People have personal lives. You know, Donna, you shared 5 kids. Are you kidding me? My head is spinning hearing that. So with the gig economy, you know, you have to adapt. And so, you know, any operators, anyone out there listening, this is how you start to solve staffing issues. People want to come to work. People want to do multiple things, and they need flexibility. And you have to wrap your head around that, and you have to evolve, or you're really going to run into some issues. So I want to pivot as we are blowing through this episode. You guys are so entertaining. I'm loving this. So I want to start with Shelby, and then I want to hear from Donna. I want to hear what brought you to this career path and you know, made you want to be a CNA or do nursing and caregiving. I'd love to hear kind of your background in that and why you wanted to do this.
So when I was 18, I was like working at a gas station, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I really needed to get my life together. And I heard a lot of my friends talking about like caregiving, and, you know, so I actually went to go work for a facility that paid for my caregiving license, that paid for me to go like to school. And so I did that. And as I was there, I was like a one-on-one aide, but I couldn't do any, we call it an LNA. I couldn't do any LNA work. But I just watched this person all day, and like I constantly got to see what the LNAs were doing and what the nurses were doing and how the facility was going and everything. And once I really saw that, it made my classes so much easier, and it made me feel like, okay, this is definitely something I want to get into. Like I want to help this person that I can't help. And so it's like imagine that for like 15 other people, and then it's like it just really opened me up to wanting to care and really be passionate about this job specifically. Because once I got my LNA license, I was like, wow, like this is how I'm gonna do it, because I want my patients and residents to get the best care that they can have. And I know that I'm gonna give it to them because I've seen some of the bad eggs, and I'm gonna do it all. I was always like that person behind like the LNA leader. So I was always their like right hand person, like, and so I got to learn from like really some of the best like lead LNAs that I've worked with. Like I got to work with some of the best ones, I feel like.
That's awesome. And Donna, what about you?
I started off in private home health care. So with that being said, starting off that basically, that's a part-time job because I work for the state. I fell in love with it. I have a deep passion for the elderly. Like I said, they're not a patient to me. They could be, depending on if I look at them, okay, you're going to be my grandma. You're going to be my great-grandma. You're going to be my auntie. I treat them like family because some of them need it. I was telling Jordan earlier because some families move their family in and we won't see them for 8 or 9 months, or they used to live in Texas and now they done moved out of Texas, but they left this family member behind. And you come 8, 9 months down the road and you all of a sudden want to come visit. Well, why is my mom, my dad, my aunt, my uncle something this? Well, honey, you haven't been here in 8 months. I'm the granddaughter now. I'm the daughter. I am the true family member, and they look forward to that. I'm the fun CNA. I'm supposed to dance. I'm supposed to shake my butt for them. I'm supposed to sing. I'm about to do it all for them. Big thing I did, which made me really feel like is when the pandemic happened, that I'm going to be in this field for a long time. I am a licensed hairstylist. So with that being said, when our building got locked down because of COVID, my patients were running around looking like werewolves. No, I got this. I'm going to bring this setup from home and I'm going to get y'all right. I'm supposed to cut some hair. We're supposed to trim some ends. We're going to curl some stuff. We're going to put a little, I don't know how to do no makeup. You might be looking like something else, but we're going to make y'all look good. So I brought my talent inside of that building and I was able to give haircuts and, make sure they were okay because, again, we're in a situation where they can't see their family members for the ones that see them every day before the pandemic happened. So I was able to bring that blessing into the building and make them feel like, okay, I got this. We're going to be okay, even though we can't see our loved ones or we can't leave out the building. We can't do this, can't do that. Me and a couple of other staff, we even stayed in the building for like 2 weeks to limit the amount of in and out so they wouldn't get exposed. And my building actually did really good. We survived the first year of COVID with nobody getting it because we had an action and we put it together to see what can we do to limit this to make sure nobody in here get it. So it's just a passion of mine. I love it. I love the elderly and the disabled. So I love doing what I do.
That's amazing. And it just continues to drive home the fact, like, this is not a job. Like
No.
at the end of the day, no, like it's very personal and close to the heart. And those two worlds, your personal life and your work life are one and the same. So that's really beautiful.
You try not to get attached to the patients, but come on now. I have one that's 100. She's getting ready to be 101. The sweetest little thing, but will tear you off in a heartbeat. You're being disrespectful. You didn't speak to me. And every time she reminds me of my mom when she speaks, because my mom passed away. But anytime you ask my mom how you doing, her key word was "I'm blessed," and this is what she does. So I asked her the day before we left. I said, "Grandma, how are you doing today?" "Honey, I'm blessed. Anytime you see some food in front of me and I'm eating, I'm blessed." So some of them can be just like, "Oh, I just want to squeeze your cheeks." They grow on you. So I've had some just grow on me so tough, and when they died, I cried like they were really my family members. Like, that was hard to get myself together. So it can be hard because you have some that's just rude to the max, but you have some, we got to remember they're fighting dementia, or this used to be a person that did for themselves all life. Now all of a sudden I got to accept that I can't do nothing for myself. My family don't come around no more, or I'm the only one still living. I had a patient that was 102. She was the only one left. So it's a battle, but it starts here. You got to have a heart for this business. It ain't built for the weak.
Yeah, like I worked in hospice for 2 years, and that was like the hardest thing. I saw people die so many ways, and this one lady, the first lady that ever died on me, I like was holding her hand, and she's like, "I'm gonna save like a black horse for you in Texas, and we're gonna name him Sunshine, and I'll get the white horse, and I forgot what she named it, but she was like, when you get up to heaven, I'm gonna kick my husband off your horse so you can have it and he can go find his own." And I was like, oh, because we were just talking about like how we want to ride horses on the beach and like our favorite horses and all that. And so I have a horse waiting for me up there.
That's beautiful. Oh, ladies, I love these stories, and I so appreciate you sharing. And as we come up on time here, I know Jordan and I are going to kind of do our recap, but what are some things that would make your job easier? What don't people understand about what you're going through? While you guys have this platform and that balance of coping with loss and taking that with you. I'd love to hear kind of your thoughts on those couple things as well.
Well, I told Jordan earlier that they underestimate the ability of a CNA, a strong CNA anyway, and someone that does have a passion for the work we do. We're not just CNA. There is nursing in our title, certified nursing assistants. So don't treat us like, there's some that haven't been a CNA before. Me personally, I think the state should require you to be a CNA at least 6 months to be in the field before you even try to become a nurse, because some of these nurses need to get that experience. And it makes a whole lot difference when you've been a CNA before. You can appreciate what CNAs go through. Like I told him earlier, I'm not up for debate for it, and I'm not going to debate about it. CNAs are the heart of healthcare. If it wasn't for us, this circle wouldn't even revolve. We are the ones, because we are one-on-one with these patients all day long through an 8-hour shift, a 12-hour shift. We are hands-on with them. I can tell you more about a patient than a nurse can, for as them telling, the meds they take, I don't know if they poop today. Let me go ask their CNA. Everything revolves back to us.
Like the nurses will get asked by the family member, did they do this? Did they do that? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I don't know. Let me go ask the CNA.
Yeah.
Like,
so
okay. Like we really are the backbone of the whole thing. But then the nurses will like come out and run you and be like, oh, this person needs this person needs that. And, they'll run us around like dogs. And it's like, you're also there to help too. And like, especially where I'm from, they'll come and they don't care what you're doing. They'll come find you in the middle of care and be like, this person needs to go to the bathroom. It's like, okay, Karen, can't you see that? Like, I'm literally in the middle of care right now. And okay. And so, we really are the backbone of the building. And it's like, you can't have nurses can't have a conversation with a family member without turning and looking at us and asking us, about them that day. Like, oh, did they eat? Did they go to the bathroom? Did they do this? Did they not want that? They can't talk to anyone without asking us about that patient or resident, And so it's like, we really are the backbone of the whole operation, and they seem to forget that sometimes.
I appreciate you guys sharing that. Absolutely. I mean, you guys make everything work. It's this beautiful, symbiotic relationship here where it's got to be like a well-oiled machine. And if they don't hear from you, then someone's not going to get the best quality care that they deserve. And that's unreasonable. So I love hearing that. So guys, this has been an incredible episode. So wait, Jordan, why are you in Austin? What are you up to? What are you doing?
So we are going to party tonight in Austin.
You didn't bring me?
So I know you do need to come to one of these events.
Rude.
You came with us in Denver though, and that was
Oh my God. Yes. So you guys are doing a hero event there.
So we're having our Hero Love Journey has made a stop in Austin, and then we'll be in Dallas Fort Worth tomorrow. And we're going to Florida. We're going to Chicago. We're hitting all the stops, and we are packing in our calendar. We've had heroes that are asking can you come visit me? Can you come visit me? And so we are just excited for the opportunity to have more of these conversations and to get not even just to share it on camera, but to be able to just meet one-on-one with some of our heroes. And so Christian and Mary are coming with me, two of our wonderful gurus, and one or two of them will be on next week. We'll be talking about some of our experiences and some of the do's and don'ts of being in a community on care.
Cool.
And so that is all. We're excited. We're doing so many things, and it's just an exciting time to be with Care.
I love it. I love it. I love this, this boots on the ground effort that you're doing, Jordan, of really understanding who this care force is. Again, I love this term that we've been using, and that you've sort of opened my eyes to. And I love that you're really understanding the care force, because this is how you make steps to make the industry better, to make senior living better, by making sure that these voices are heard, of these ladies. This was an enlightening conversation. I had a blast. And Shelby, thank you guys for making time today and speaking with me and Jordan and our audience. This has been a blast. And guys, we stream live every Wednesday. Foresight LinkedIn page. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can watch this live, and also after it's recorded, you'll see this the next day on there. So guys, we will catch you on the next one. Thank you for joining us.